Okay, today on the Transplant Helper, if I can get situated, we're going to be talking a little bit about medication management, particularly during this time that we're enduring right now, where it may get a little bit difficult to get your medications on time, every time, and in the right way. And one of at least the best things you can be doing right now to ensure that you're not going to encounter that shortage. Well, hey, maybe if I stand crooked, that didn't work. Well, good morning, Transplant Helper community. My name is Jim Merle, and if you're looking at me right now and you're thinking, wow, I believe Jim must have just woke up, you're exactly right. Basically, during this whole quarantine time, with everyone being at home, my kids are home, school's done for the year, my wife is at home, she's having to work from home. I'm thankful for that she has that opportunity, but the house is loaded with people. I told you before, we've got 5 children, so there's 7 people in our house. It's a very, very busy time, and right now my wife and I are currently kind of sharing our office space, which we've been doing for a little while, but it used to be that she didn't even hardly use it. You know, she would come in from work, maybe be around for an hour or two in there over the course of an evening, but now she's there all day, and it's typically 8 o'clock in the morning. She keeps general regular office hours, so 8 to 4:30 is kind of the minimum, and then on top of that she's going to school full time. So I don't get a lot of time in the studio / office, so if you don't see me in there, that's why that's going on. The reason why I've been kind of recording these videos in stranger places also has been not because of her necessarily, I can't get in there, but it's been because of the kids. I'm basically running after or running from the kids all day long. I'm really enjoying this time. I've said that before. I'm really enjoying this time that we've been able to have to spend the extra time with the kids, to hang out with them, watch them run and play. Thankfully, the weather here in Alabama, with the exception of the other day, a few storms coming through, has been excellent. We've been looking at temperatures anywhere from 65, 75, something like that every day. Basically no humidity right now, which come a month or so now to be very humid and difficult, but just been really great around here. And I've been enjoying the time I've been able to spend with them, except for the fact that I want to spend a little bit more time with you guys. And the only way I can do that is to, in my mind, either communicate with you through social media, which I am, or to sit down and make a video. So I'm thankful I'm able to do that. Sometimes I'm hiding out in my man cave, my little shop out there, my woodworking shop / everything storage else. And right now I'm actually out in my yard. I've been sharing a lot of pictures and a lot of videos with you from my property, from my yard, and now I'm actually out here in my side yard, tucked away into the woods a little bit. So I thought if I could get out early, which I've had to get up really early. My girls get up every morning at 7 o'clock on the dot, so I had to get up really early. But I thought if I got up really early and came outside, maybe sneak out like I did, then they wouldn't notice and we could sit down for just a few moments. But with that being said, I know that's almost 3 minutes. I did want to talk to you today kind of about the situation that's going on now, particularly concerning your medications. Okay, I know a lot of people over the course of the last really year have been extremely concerned about getting certain medications, things like Prograf, tacrolimus. I've actually done 2 or 3 videos concerning the Prograf shortage and the problems that have arisen with it over time. Basically how to deal with that, how to not deal with that, because I don't think it's really a time for panic. And now the questions are all coming up again because everyone is saying, well, you know, a lot, if not the majority of our medications are coming out of China, being that they took a huge hit from this in the beginning. Some of their manufacturing is down, that sort of thing. There's been some arguments as to whether or not they'll share medications with us now. What we need to do here, excuse me, I got to reposition. My legs are hurting me, squatted down. I'm not a squatter. But anyway, been a lot of worry about that, and I think that is something to be concerned with. I don't think it's something to panic about. So, you can be aware but not anxious in this situation. Be prepared but not panicked is what I like to say. That's the same thing with the situation, the virus, but it's also the same way with this. We're transplant patients. Obviously, we need our medications, but I don't think we're in such dire straits right now and shortages that's going to be a real problem. And the main reason still comes up for the same reasons. The medications we take, for example, Prograf, tacrolimus, are still used only by a very small population of people. And so what's going on now is not affecting that. Unless it comes up to be the cure for this virus, it's not going to affect us as much. Now, there will be some supply chain breaks, delays, back orders, stalls probably. But I think you can help that by just making sure you do the minimum that you can. And that is basically, I know most pharmacies, and it's not just a pharmacy thing as much as it is dependent on your insurance companies, but most pharmacies/insurance companies will allow you to order your medications 10 days in advance. And that's still my suggestion. Order your medications 10 days in advance. Now, what that will allow you to do over the course of time, and at least it has me, is that when I order 10 days in advance every month for 3 months, suddenly I've got a month's supply extra. Because if I have a good pharmacy, and I've got a good one now, I fought through a lot of stuff to get back to my old pharmacist, but if you've got a good pharmacy, you order 10 days in advance, they get it out to you maybe 8 days in advance, so you're already, that balance, that 8 pills early, and there you go. So I would just say the best thing, contact your team. Ask them if there's a possibility that you may get a few extra pills. Ask them if there's a possibility you might get an advance month of medication. There are very few that are doing that, but it's possible. And then if all else fails, still a good option is just order that 10 days in advance like it's usually, asked for you to do, and then hope and pray that your pharmacist can deliver quickly, and then you're actually building up a little bit of a stockpile. But I thought that might help you, to remind you of that. Again, I don't want you to be panicky in this situation. Just be prepared. Just set things up for the best. And for all of you who are struggling right now, I just want you to know I'm praying for you. I know it's a very difficult time in so many ways. But thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, stay stronger, friends.